Welcome to Shave in Solitude. My name is Siraj, and as you can see, I've got a little bit of a growth. 2 days exactly. So we're going to shave it off. What are we going to use? We are going to use the Rex Supply Konsul and adjustable slant razor. So what we're going to do is, let me first and foremost, before getting into the razor specifications, show you how you're going to go ahead and load this razor. So this razor is a 2-piece. You're going to go ahead, you're going to open this right here, it'll just drop, and you take the top cap off. We are going to go ahead and load this with a Gillette Silver Blue. So here you have it, here is the blade. I'm going to just flip the top cap and I am going to put this here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the thing using my fingers right here so that you can see that the blade is seated properly. And while holding this, I'm going to drop this from the top and screw this back on. And then take a look at the blade alignment on both sides. As you can see, it's perfect. And this being a slant razor and an adjustable, it goes all the way from 1 to 6. So as you guys can see, this is right now slightly more than 1, as you can see over here. And just look at the gap. As you turn it, it increases and it goes all the way just slightly beyond 6. So as I've shared with you guys in the past, there are multiple ways you can use these kind of razors. You can start high, then you can go low, or you can go low and then finish up high. For me, what I always prefer to do is just pick one setting, which in this case is a 3 for me, and then just do the shave with this. So let's go over the gear that we're going to use. So I feel like using today Can I Call You Rose from Soapalooza. And for the shave brush, we are going to use the Timeless Razor shave brush thingy that I've showed to you guys, where you can go ahead and change out the knots. This is a brand new, the Razor Company Regal synthetic knot, 26 millimeters. I just got it over the weekend and I thought, let's go ahead and take this for a spin. So while I build the lather in my bowl, let me take you guys through the razor specifications. So let's talk about the razor specifications of the Rex Konsul. Obviously, as you guys know, it's made here in the USA. It's made of marine grade stainless steel, which is 316L, as it should be. That price point though, so your standard finish goes ahead and starts at 349, and then it just goes up from there. So this is not a cheap razor, guys. The razor is top heavy, slightly, by not too much, but definitely you can feel it. It's at 106 grams. The height is 87 millimeters. Blade grab varies as per the setting. Blade exposure varies as per the setting as well. However, it does feel positive. One good thing is, after you spend so much money, at least you do get a lifetime warranty. So this is all the soap that I use, guys. That's it. Little bit. You don't need too much soap, guys. You don't need to load very heavy, because again, if you have lather which is this thick, you don't really need that. All you need is lather which is only so much. cushion is there and slickness is there. You don't need this thick lather. So you don't need more soap than this. Make your soaps last a lot longer, guys. So as I've shown you guys, this is how much water I use generally. Might be slightly less or more depending upon how the soap is working out. And the good part about synthetic brushes, you don't really need to soak it, but I do. I let it soak for a couple of minutes. I wring all the water out, and then we are ready to go ahead and build the lather. So we're back. You can see how much lather is there. This brush is completely loaded with lather. I'll have to take off some of it before I apply it onto my face. I did need to go back and take exactly the same amount of water again. So with that much of soap, basically 2 syringes of water, this is approximately 15 milliliters, so almost 30 milliliters of water with only so much soap, guys. Again, just sharing that with you because you don't need to build so much of lather, you don't need to waste so much of your soap. So now let me wet my face. As you guys know, I don't apply any pre-shave. I don't think it is required. And let me take off some of the lather right here because the soap is completely loaded onto the brush. You don't need so much. So as you can see, all this is back. This still has a lot of soap, and I'll show it to you guys when I apply it on my face. So let's wet the face. That is one critical thing. Make sure that you're wetting the face well. And when you wet the face, if it's hot water, that's great. And then scrub it so that you're getting your face ready for the shave and the hair kind of stand up, getting ready to meet the blade. All right, I have wet the face. Scrub the hair. Make sure it's ready for your shave. All right, let's begin. Oh, I like this synthetic knot. Very soft, guys. And again, it's a personal preference. Some people like squishy feeling. I don't. Lather is just flowing out of the brush. I think I need to take off a little bit more lather. So this is how much we have. Okay, once you've applied it, now you can directly shave, or I like to rub the soap in. As you guys can see, nice peaks, well hydrated lather. And we are ready for our pass number 1 with the grain. See how much lather is still there on the brush. Just crazy, guys, crazy. Don't waste your soap. Trust me. All right. Now this razor is a little bit top heavy. So what I like to do is with razors which are top heavy, so this pinky finger, like I've shown you guys multiple times, I use it to balance the razor so it just doesn't slip out. And then I'll hold the razor a little bit more towards the top so that I can control the head a little better. If the razor is fully nicely balanced where the balance point is in the middle, you probably don't need to do that, but in this one we do. All right, so we are at setting number 3, like I've shown you guys. I hope you guys can see it. And let's begin with the first pass with the grain, minimal pressure, guys. Please keep in mind, this razor tends to bite a little bit. That means it's got a positive blade exposure. So don't dig in, just let it slide. Residual slipness with Soapalooza is awesome. All right. Okay, we're done with pass 1. Let's wash up and come back for pass 2. Okay, we have washed up. You did a phenomenal job on the cheeks. Pretty decent job on the neck. So let's lather up and come back for pass number 2. Ready for pass 2, guys? And just so that you guys know, I have not had to use anything from this. Guys, again, my purpose of sharing this with you guys is you don't need too much. Don't go crazy. Many YouTubers that you see will take a huge amount of soap. You don't need it, guys. Trust me, you don't. All right, I think we're good. Let's do pass number 2. Alright, we have wet the razor, and now let's do pass number 2 across the grain, left to right. Keep one thing in mind, when this razor cuts, at least what I felt is it has a little bit of a suction kind of a thing which is taking place. So when you're doing your passes, you feel it kind of a little bit sucking your skin. And I think that actually works well because it's almost like it's getting the skin a little closer, cutting it and then letting the skin go. Works well. All right, let's do the neck. All right, I'm going to wash up and come back for pass number 3. All right, guys, we are back. Now, for 8 out of 10 people, this is great. You're done. There's an excellent razor, 2 passes, you're done. But obviously, for the people who chase the BBS, let's go ahead and chase one, shall we? So I'm going to go back, and this time I am going to pick up some soap because I don't want to just go to waste. As you can see, soap, 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 soap. Lots of soap. What am I going to do with so much soap? Oops. Bloopers. All right. So do you guys like the Slant series? Did you like anything that you saw? Anything that you're planning to pick up? I'll leave a link to my file that I use for all my ratings, just in case you guys want to see how I have rated all of these razors. And in case if any of you have any questions whatsoever, please ask. I'll try to answer it the best that I can, because that's the whole purpose of this channel, to help people out. Unsponsored, no freebies sent. Just the way I'm thinking you want it, right? All right, we're ready for pass number 3 against the growth. Let's begin. I've noticed these are the areas that at times I've got stuff still left behind, so I'm just going over it a couple of times. All right, let's do the cheeks. I think I may have added a little too much water. Maybe I could have done with 1/3 less. But residual slickness is still there. But I think it could have been a little higher had I not put so much water. All right, next side. These are the areas that I always have a little bit left. Let's just re-lather this space. I like the scent on this one. I think it's a rose and oud. Very nice. Okay. A little bit of a vapor here, very, very small. Okay, mustache. Alright, I'm going to wash up and see in case we need to do any kind of a touch-up pass. Yeah, that's the only touch-up pass that we needed. Let's wash up. Let's see how is it that we did. The alum test. Just a little bit of feedback in my normal areas, guys. Very, very little. Nothing major. Nothing major on the neck as well. So all in all, very good shave. Let me keep the alum on for 30 seconds. I'll wash up, I'll apply the splash, and then first take you guys through my subjective rating and then my final thoughts about the Rex Konsul. So let's talk about the subjective rating that I have for this particular razor. Obviously, the biggest thing is going to be value for most people, even for me. And you know, we need to keep in mind that it is made here in the US. It is made of 316L stainless steel. You guys saw the kind of knurling that it has, the fact that it has a variety of moving parts, you know, stuff like that. So once you put that in mind, 349 is okay. I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's poor, it's okay. So that's the rating that I've given. At least be glad, guys, that it's not a $265 copper razor with a plastic bottom cap. All right, moving on to fit and finish. I think the fit and finish is pretty good. It is not slippery, the knurling is good. Although I feel that the super knurl handle of a Razor Rock is a slightly more grippier handle than the diamond pattern handle that they have on this particular razor. So I gave it a rating of good. Balance is good. It's slightly top heavy, very slightly. It's not significant. Had it been significant, my rating would have been lower than this. Now let's talk about where it's great. It is phenomenal in mowing down hair, guys. It just is. I think that is its biggest strength. Being a slant razor, it's able to mow down your hair easily. Aggressiveness also, it's very good. Yes, there is just a slight bit of blade feel, but overall, you know, post shave feel, I think this is actually one of the best post shave feels that I've had. And for me, the way that I judge that is I typically wait for around 12 hours to see how much of my hair has grown back. And this is one of the razors where the hair grow back was at a minimal. So really good job in that as well. So given these particular ratings, my overall score for the razor, my overall score for the razor is 82.5% out of a total 100%. So very good razor, guys. So now let's move on to the final thoughts. Alright, so you guys have gone through my subjective score on the razor. A couple of things before I share my absolute final thoughts. This razor is chunky. It will not fit your typical razor stands that you might have. So sooner than later, you might have no other option to pick up one of these stands from Rex Supply so that the razor can fit on this properly. Please keep that in mind if you're planning to pick this razor up. That's number one. Number two, given the cost of this razor, I will never say, obviously if you have the means, please go ahead and do it. I will never say that pick up this razor at full price because it is expensive. So what I did was I had reached out to Rex Supply and asked them in case they have any scratch and dent razors, and this is a scratch and dent razor. So I paid significantly less, even though it was not during a sale period. I paid significantly less for this razor because they said, oh, you know what, it has something wrong with some of the numbers, it's not very polished. I said, it doesn't matter to me. So keep that in mind. So buy it, scratch and dent in case you can. Buy it in a Reddit group, Facebook group where you are able to get some kind of a deal. Or the best thing is Rex Supply, Razor Emporium, Matt Kusarsik, bless your soul because you're an awesome person. keeps on giving these fantastic sales, 15% off, 20% off, and on Black Friday, he had given an astonishing 30% off on his entire store. That's the time that you should go ahead and pick up this razor. Alright, so my final thoughts. I think it's a great razor. It shaves extremely well. It gets the job done. And in case, this is one of those one and done kind of razors. The only thing that I will say, and that's why my thumbnail said that as well, it feels very clinical. It feels like a tool. It feels like a robot. It feels like it has no soul. I don't know whether you guys know what I mean. There are some razors which speak to you. You feel something when you use them. This razor does a phenomenal job. There's nothing wrong with the razor. The machining is perfect. It's built really well. It shaves really well. But somehow for me, it almost feels like it doesn't have a soul. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. So that's the only negative that I can talk about the razor, obviously apart from the price. But if you're looking for one of those razors that you just buy one razor and you don't need anything at all, this is a perfect candidate for it. Well, that's about it, guys. I hope that the video helped you. Stay safe, have a great week, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.